As I put up a video the other day about garden building installs, because we've done quite a lot recently, it's probably one thing you'll notice if you look close enough on any of them. We tend to use PVC conduit a lot, and not just for the mechanical protection or the aesthetic appearance of it. A lot of it because it really specifically suits these particular types of garden building, especially if they're new. If you look on a lot of our pictures and videos, you'll see that all of our cable runs and conduit runs are all very linear. All the fixings sit between certain boards and don't ever span the boards themselves. This is all because of the expansion gap that occurs with these new buildings. So what I've done here is mocked up a sidewall of one of these garden buildings with the slatted frames. And the idea is when fixing anything to these frameworks is to put the fixings in the centre of each board or around in a single board and not over two boards, for example. So this box is fixed twice but on the same board. It shouldn't bridge this gap and have a fixing in each one, otherwise it is retaining those two boards together. And what you'll find is when those boards do expand, it will either crack the boxes, it will put more strain on the installation. So if you provide gaps between the conduit or use conduit like that with saddles, you can get enough room where it will allow that to expand and the conduit will rise and fall within the accessories, not damaging the cables. If you leave a little bit of slack on the cables as well, but it's just a great way of doing that because it will allow movement within the boards but without damaging any of the accessories or the cabling themselves. What you don't want to do is stick a solid MMT2 or a trunking or something along like that, or a metal trunking, anything along those lines, and either stick it across all the boards or certainly not screw it to every panel, because all that does is when it does expand, it just puts enormous strain on the conduits. We've seen this, some horrendously warped conduits and things like that in the height of summer when they do really expand. It can really sort of blow out the conduits, crack them again, and again will also put strain on the cables themselves. So that's definitely not the way to go. So there you go. If you don't want to go back in a few months' time and have to repair all your own work, that's a great thing to bear in mind when doing these.